Hello everyone, and welcome back to the SpeakNest English podcast zone, the place where your English grows strong and confident every single week. Today's topic is super useful.
You happen to be joining us from maybe Ghana, Italy, Egypt, Nepal, perhaps Brazil.
Great to have you with us.
And look, here's the main idea for today. You don't need to learn absolutely everything right now.
No, definitely not. But you can learn something useful.
Exactly. And today we're doing a deep dive into something super practical. It's all about beginner-friendly, everyday English.
And our mission here really is to give you some actual steps, things you can do to start weaving English into your normal life, starting today.
Okay, so first things first, that feeling, I think a lot of people feel this, oh, my English is just terrible, or maybe I can't speak at all.
Right. It's a really common starting block, isn't it? But the interesting thing is when you look at how language learning works, well, everyone starts at zero. Everyone.
Yeah, nobody just magically knows a language.
Exactly. Think about your own first language. You didn't know it to begin with.
That's a good point. So even if all you know is like, how are you? If that phrase feels familiar, you've already started.
Precisely. That's a step. Even just recognizing words, that's forward movement.
Our sources really back this up, saying it's about meeting yourself where you are now.
Yes. And the research pretty consistently shows it's those small steps done regularly that add up. They build into real progress over time.
Okay, so moving from that mindset,
Right.
How do we actually do it? How do we start using English in, daily life? Like when you're making coffee or at your desk or on the bus.
Right. So the material we looked at points to some really specific useful phrases for those exact moments. The first one is maybe deceptively simple. I need help.
Simple, but yeah, really powerful.
It covers so many situations.
It does. And then there's the one for when you just didn't catch something. Can you say that again, please? That feels like such a relief for a beginner.
Oh, totally. Takes the pressure right off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's great for building confidence, knowing you can ask that.
Definitely. Then there's the practical stuff, like,
Where's the bathroom? Super essential, wherever you are.
can't argue with that one. And for, buying things, shopping.
How much is this? Again, really practical, everyday stuff.
And the fifth one. This one I found interesting. I'm learning English. It feels different.
It does, yeah. It's kind of a statement. It does a couple of things. For you, it's like a little positive reminder. I'm doing this.
Right. An affirmation.
Exactly. And telling someone else you're learning, it often makes them a bit more patient, maybe more helpful. It can actually open up more chances to practice.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the sources really hammered home the idea of just repeating these phrases, saying them out loud.
Getting used to the feel of them, even if it's a bit awkward initially.
Yeah, which kind of leads perfectly into the next point, doesn't it? That shyness, feeling weird about speaking English with other people.
That's a big hurdle for so many learners. Huge.
But there's a technique suggested, kind of a workaround, which is basically talk to yourself first.
It sounds maybe a little odd at first, but psychologically it creates this like zero pressure zone. You could just try things out, make mistakes, nobody's listening.
No judgment.
Exactly.
And the examples given are so everyday, like talk to yourself in the mirror while you're cooking.
Folding clothes, yeah. Things you're already doing.
And you just sort of narrate it.
Kind of, yeah, just adding that English layer. So instead of just cooking rice, you think, or even say quietly.
I am cooking rice.
Right. Or, this is a red shirt.
I'm tired today. Or these are my shoes. Really simple stuff.
Super simple. But doing that consistently, it helps embed those basic sentences, that basic vocabulary, into your actual life. It makes English feel less like a school subject and more like, well, part of your day.
Yeah, connected to reality. Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive then, the main takeaways seem to be, don't be afraid to start small.
Really small.
Use those practical daily English phrases we talked about, get them in your head and out your mouth.
And definitely try that talking to yourself technique to build up confidence without the pressure.
So here's something to think about as we finish. Maybe try just one of these things today. Pick a phrase, or try talking to yourself during one simple task.
Yeah, just notice how it feels. And maybe think, what other little moments in your day could you sprinkle just a tiny bit of English into?
It really is about those first few steps. They make all the difference. We're looking into learning English.
That's right.
And our sources really point towards one thing. Small daily steps.
Exactly. It's not about huge leaps.
No. So whether you're a student, maybe job seeking, managing your home, or, just starting out, this is for you.
Uh-huh.
The main message seems to be you really don't need to learn it all today.
No, that pressure is counterproductive, actually. The research shows that these tiny, consistent efforts, they add up significantly.
Yeah, and it makes sense, doesn't it, how our brains learn?
It really does. It's less about that intense cramming session we remember from school,
Right.
and much more about regular, gentle exposure. It makes it feel less daunting.
Definitely less daunting. And more sustainable, too, I suppose.
Absolutely. Much more sustainable in the long run.
Okay, so let's get practical.
Yeah.
For students, the sources suggest things like maybe write just one sentence in English in a diary.
Or even simpler, just naming books on the shelf.
Yeah.
In English, obviously.
Yeah, just integrating it simply. And for job seekers.
Well, the advice there is quite focused. Practice those key introductions.
Like, give us an example.
Sure. Something like, my name is Maria. I have 5 years of experience in marketing. Just saying that once or twice a day.
So when the pressure's on in an interview.
Exactly. It comes more naturally.
Yeah.
Or even phrases like, I'm a team player, or I work well under pressure. Rehearsing those helps.
It's like breaking down a huge goal, isn't it? Learning a language feels massive.
Precisely. That feeling of, oh, I could never learn all this.
Yeah.
It starts to fade when your target for the day is just one small thing.
One sentence, one phrase.
Yeah. You build momentum and, importantly, confidence, bit by bit.
That makes sense. And what about homemakers?
Similar principle. The sources suggest describing daily activities. Even just saying aloud, I'm washing the dishes while you're doing it.
Ha, okay. Or, my son is doing homework.
Just narrating your life, but in English.
And for the absolute beginners, it can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, and the key message for them is everyone starts at 0. Everyone. Don't aim for perfection straight away.
Just repeat things.
Repeat simple words, simple phrases. Consistency over complexity. That's what the sources emphasize. Gentle, regular practice. No need to rush.
Okay, so consistency is key. But how do you build that habit? I saw something interesting in the material about a routine.
Ah, yes, the 3-minute routine. It sounds almost too simple.
Right. 3 minutes.
But that's the beauty of it. It's designed to be incredibly low friction.
So let's break it down. What are the 3 minutes?
Okay, minute 1. Listen to just 1 minute of English. Could be anything, a podcast snippet, a song,
Yeah.
news.
Just 1 minute listening. Got it. Minute 2.
Speak one sentence aloud about your day, maybe what you heard, anything. Just one sentence.
Okay. And minute 3?
Write one sentence down in a notebook, on your phone, wherever.
Listen, speak, write. 1 minute each.
That's it. The low commitment is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most people can find 3 minutes.
Yeah, you probably can.
And by hitting listening, speaking, and writing, even super briefly, you're activating different learning pathways.
Reinforcing it in different ways.
Exactly. It taps into that power of repetition without feeling like a massive chore.
So the sources kind of pose the question directly to you, the listener. Can you do this? 3 minutes.
And the answer, hopefully, is yes.
Yeah, it feels achievable. And they suggest reinforcing this by actually saying it aloud.
Try now. I can learn English every day, a little more.
Saying it makes it more real, perhaps, building that self-belief.
That belief is absolutely foundational. Learning a language isn't just about grammar rules in a book.
No.
It's also very much about your mindset, your willingness to try, even in these tiny ways, and to keep trying.
Okay. Now, the sources also threw in something a bit fun. An idiom.
Ah, yes. I smell something fishy.
Which sounds like it's about seafood.
But it's not at all. It just means something seems suspicious or not quite right.
No, I smell something fishy.
Okay. It's a good reminder that English, like any language, is full of these quirks, these expressions.
Learning them is part of the fun, I guess.
And it gives you deeper insight, too, into how native speakers actually communicate and think. It's cultural.
So, wrapping this all together, what's the big takeaway for you listening right now?
I think it's don't wait. Don't wait till you feel ready or perfect.
Start today.
Start today in tiny ways while you're cooking dinner, walking to the bus stop.
Singing along to a song, maybe.
Sure. Forget needing a perfect classroom setup or nailing every grammar rule right now.
Your voice and just making the effort, that's what counts.
That's it. And remember that core idea. These small actions, done consistently.
Yeah, compound, right?
They really do. Those 3 minutes a day, every day, that's going to lead to progress faster than you might think.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive today.
Yeah, hopefully you found this useful.
And encouraging. Remember, those small steps truly do pave the way for big changes. So start today.
Maybe think about it. What's just one tiny English-related thing you can commit to doing later today?
Good question. We'll see you in the next deep dive. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking,
And keep believing in yourself.